There were 10 generations from Adam until Noach. The Meiri says, who are these 10 generations? First off, there was Adam. He lived 930 years. Then there was Seth, or Seth in English. Then there was Enosh in English. Kenan, Me'alel, Yered, Chanoch, or Enoch in English. Metushelach, Lemech, and Noach. Now, you should know there is a book called the Book of Enoch, or Sefer Chanoch, and the Christians love talking about it. But according to Judaism, the Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin, page 90, and then again in page 100, talks about it, that anyone that reads this book and others like it loses their Olam Haba. Loses their Olam Haba. Why? Enoch was a real character. As a matter of fact, if you look at some of the things in this book, they're pure genius. It says you're not allowed to read it. Why are you not allowed to read it? Because it wasn't approved by the Chachamim. It wasn't approved by the Chachamim because at the time it was written, it was after the time of Ruach HaKodesh, after the time of prophecy, which means that whoever wrote it did not use prophecy. Meaning there's no certification that this is from HaShem. Even though it has things that are very, very mystical, it has things that are beyond this world, things that some people like and enjoy talking about, they're angels and so on and so forth. The Goyim infiltrated the book and started putting their shtuyot in it also. They put their nonsense into it, they started putting their idol worship in it, and the book is not reliable. And this is called a chitzoni, a book that's like on the outside. And this is one of the few books that's not allowed, not permitted to even look into it. Not even permitted to look into it, which I know means that 10 people at least today are going to go look into it. But you're wasting your time. You're not going, you're just putting yourself in danger. Yeah. As there? I think if I understand what you're saying, yes. If I understand what you're saying, yes. So this is one of the books that's not allowed simply because it has, it's been tainted with. Once it's tainted, you can't rely on anything that it says. Right, wrong is indifferent, intelligent, not intelligent is irrelevant. There are some books that are chitzonim, like Ben Sirah, that you are allowed to read. You are allowed to read. Gemara says there are some leniencies with that specific book, but it still was not considered part of the Tanakh. Ben Sirah was actually the son of Jeremiah. Ben Sirah was the son of Jeremiah, and very strange way of how he came, mystical way of how he came to life. There's a lot of wisdom in it, very similar to the book of Proverbs. Very similar. But this is life wisdom that is not Torah wisdom. It's life wisdom. Some people read it, but they say you shouldn't read it anyway. Why shouldn't you read it? Because we're brought to this world to learn Torah, not just things of wisdom. So the Yavetz, the Hasid Yavetz, if you guys remember, I told you about his difficult life. He was one of the Gedolei Ador. He actually read it, and he made commentary on it. What did he say? He said he used to read it in the bathroom. So at least he gets some wisdom even when he's in the bathroom, suffering. At least he can read something with some thing. Obviously, Torah you're not allowed to learn in the bathroom, unless it's for one of these kofrim rabbis, which is not considered Torah. Which, by the way, for all of you that always ask me questions about these different rabbis that say stupid things and not really rabbis, and how do I know? That's because this is what I do in the bathroom. Their Torah is worth bathroom. That's all it's worth. It's not worth actual Torah time. So, now, the generations continued, and we have Noach as the 10th generation after creation. But Noach was a son of Lemech and grandson of Metushelach. Metushelach lived almost 1,000 years, and he actually, both him and Lemech, knew Adam HaRishon and Shet. Both of them lived at the time of Adam HaRishon and Shet, or Seth. So which means that Noach wasn't like just because he lived 100 years after Adam HaRishon died, he wasn't completely disconnected. His father knew Adam HaRishon, his grandfather knew Adam HaRishon. Actually, his grandfather outlived his father. But nonetheless, they both lived at the time of Adam HaRishon, and knew him for some time. His grandfather knew him for almost 300 years, or 250 years, and Lamech knew him for about 50 or so years. So now, the Mishnah says that, what's the significance of this? There has to be a lesson learned. The Mishnah says that this lesson is to show a degree of patience from HaShem Yitbarach. Because as soon as Seth was born, after Seth was born, wickedness entered the world. Even though you already had Cain and Abel, and there was a murder that happened before, but no one was worshiping any idols. No one was going against God. People were going against each other, but not against God. But after Seth, people started going against God. People started worshiping idols. But not like today, people worshiping some guy that died 2,000 years ago and think that he's going to give him a get-out-of-jail-free card, or some people are worshiping some statue they bought for $15 from the store. Not that. They decided that God is too busy. He's too busy to care about the little things. He's too busy to care about whether you keep Shabbat or not. He's too busy to care about whether you say bracha before you eat. He's too busy to care about your problems. So they figured that he has messengers. He has messengers. He has different angels. So let's give the angels kavod. So they started saying, okay, so for parnasah, there's this angel. For marriage, there's another angel. For kids, there's another angel. For this is another angel. For this is another, everything they made an angel, and they started worshiping the angels. Not that they directly went against Hashem, like atheists go. No, they said, no, Hashem runs the world, but he's too busy for us. Which is a masek kfirah, which is the thought of heresy. Why? If you think that Hashem is too busy for anything, if you think that there's anything in the world that Hashem misses or doesn't know about, you're 100% a heretic. Because you're limiting Hashem. So does Hashem care about the shiur? Yes. Does Hashem care about what happened before the shiur? Yes. Does Hashem care about what's inside your specific brain right now? Yes. 5 minutes from now? Yes. 2 hours from now? Yes. 3 years from now? Yes. 3 years before? Yeah. All the time. Once a person understands that when he says Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Loch Lolam Va'ed, that Hashem was the king, Hashem is the king, Hashem will always be the king, in essence, he's not saying Hashem was the king of everyone else. He's the king of you. First, he's the king of you, then everyone else. Because if everyone says he's the king of everyone else except me, that means that Hashem is the king of no one. So whether it's your business that you want to succeed, or your marriage that you're looking for success, or whatever it is, or you're looking for a zivug, or so on and so forth, if you think that this is beyond Hashem, you have a serious, serious problem. It's beyond emunah. It's beyond emunah issues. So, first and foremost, the wicked people thought wrongly about Hashem. They thought that Hashem doesn't care or doesn't have time. But despite all of this, Hashem didn't punish them right away. Hashem waited 10 generations. 10 generations is a lot of time. You're talking about 1,650 years. 1,656 years he waited before he punished anyone. Now even Cain, who killed Abel, he didn't punish him right away. What did he say to Cain? He said, this sin is too much for you. To bear this whole sin by yourself is too much for you. Why? In essence, you just killed 25% of the world. Why? You have Adam, you have Chava, not counting the twins and the other women, but just Adam, Chava, Cain, and Abel. You have 25% of the world. You just killed 25% of the world. The burden of this one sin is too much for you.